So, Knights of the Frozen Throne, it's been out for a few weeks now. It has been yeah, it's been a few weeks now. And the expansion pack itself is pretty fun. I really like, the direction that they took with this expansion. The Ice Crown, Citadel, Lich King expansion idea always, we always knew, I think, that this was going to happen, but for a while I was a little afraid how they would actually go about doing it, and I was afraid that they might make it a little too cartoony. Like, I know Hearthstone has its own kind of style, but I was hoping for something more along the lines of, Nextranus, not, Explorers League. That's probably one of the more cartoony ones. But luckily, there's a nice middle that they found with this. So I am happy with it. But now we have to go back to another announcement that they made when they announced, what's this, Year of the Mammoth. That they were originally, that they were doing away with the solo adventures in a way, like, Nextranus, Blackwing's Lair, Explorers League was one too, and that they were going to be doing something similar, but not as long and harder. And we've seen what that came to be, which is Ice Crown Citadel right now. They weren't kidding. It's hard. I haven't been able to get past the first boss because the way they have it structured, most of the decks that I've looked up for, beating it, you already have to have cards from the expansion, and that doesn't seem right. That you have to have cards from the expansion in order to win cards from the expansion. It just doesn't seem right. Like, right off the bat, you need, Arthas or whatever to be in your deck, and it's just like, this just came out like a few hours ago, and I already need all this stuff in order to, get the free packs at the end of this, solo adventure. For that wing. It doesn't seem right. I mean, nothing that I've been able to put together can, make up enough damage to take down that first boss, because he just automatically, brings back his health to 30, and it's just like, there's nothing I can do unless I had a Death Knight card for the hero I'm playing, which you need to, get the packs in order to do, and it just doesn't feel right that you have to do that in order to play the solo adventures. I know they wanted to make it hard, but buying, packs required isn't a way to make it harder. You're just finding a way to make money. And it just, I just wish there had been you know, like what they did with the old, you know, adventures, where there was, I think it was normal and heroic, and maybe, you know, instead of doing different cards, you know, they, right now how it is you get through to the first swing, you get a pack of, you know, a pack of cards for Knights of the Frozen Throne. And yeah, I feel like they could have done, like, you know, heroic, how it is right now, be heroic, and done, you know, if you do on heroic, you get, you know, 2 packs, or 3, you know, make it, you know, worthwhile for someone to go through the pain of doing it for, you know, for packs. And then, you know, 1 pack for normal, the easier mode, and, you know, adjusted the heroic on some of these bosses. Yeah, that's how I feel. Because right now, like, all the frustration going in just to try to get a pack of cards is just like, it doesn't seem worth it to me. Just feels like, well, I could go through all this shit to, you know, get a pack of cards, and or I can just do my dailies and, you know, get 100 gold and buy a pack of cards for free. it just, with, you know, a little less of a headache. Sometimes completing the quest can be kind of a headache, because, you know, you have to do maybe, like, win 5, you know, matches as a mage dominance or whatever, and you get to 4 out of 5, and then for some reason it just seems like you just can't win for whatever reason, bad hands, whatever. that just seems to always happen. But I just feel like it's just not fun, and it doesn't feel, the reward doesn't feel right, you know, for the difficulty, and the fact that, like I said, most of the decks I've looked up, the key parts of them are having, you know, cards from Knights of the Frozen Throne. And what I'm doing the solo adventure for is partly because, you know, the solo adventures are always been, you know, fun, and, you know, seeing how they adapt these bosses to Hearthstone. But the difficulty of it, just to win a pack of cards for Knights of the Frozen Throne, it just doesn't, they just don't add up to me. I'm gonna keep trying it, and, you know, as I get more cards from this expansion, you know, it's gonna get easier, just like any other, you know, expansion or you know, adventure. You know, as you get the cards from, you know, the next expansion or whatever, or in this case, the current expansion, the dungeon, you know, the adventure becomes easier. But until then, it's just kind of a pain in the butt. I just feel like this time they're forcing you to buy packs in order to do the adventure. While it was before, you know, they had the easier mode and you could do it. I mean, you could do it without having, you know, to really, you could use a good amount of decks. Like, you could figure out how to do these bosses, and there was no, expansion connected to it, so I don't know, it doesn't feel right. Not to say the expansion itself is bad. The expansion itself is awesome. I really like the, the Death Knight hero aspect of it. Yeah, it's just gonna be a while before I'm gonna be able to actually do the adventures, because I do play it mostly as a free-to-play game. I rarely buy packs. I usually just do, my daily quests to get gold and buy packs that way. And that's how it's gonna be. And, once I have the right cards to make the decks that can beat these bosses, great, I'll get a pack of cards that will probably mostly be duplicates, because at that point, I'll have most of the cards. So, yay. It's what I feared would happen when they mentioned how they were going to try to do adventures from now on, and it's as bad as I thought it would be. But hey, I know other people haven't had any problem with it, but I think for the free-to-play people, it's not fun like the other adventures used to be. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and until next time, bye.
You better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rockin' if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my